Hey everybody, you are listening to the Accelerate Performance Lab podcast, hosted by Accelerate head performance coach, Ben Tillis. You are about to hear strategies that have helped produce many elite middle distance and distance runners over the last 15 years. He shares why running success doesn't have to be hard. You just have to know a few key tools. From workout strategies to important info on sleep and nutrition, you are guaranteed to learn something that will help you in your running journey. Be prepared to get faster, stronger, and better in your racing and training. So, as always, sit back, buckle up, enjoy the ride. Here we go.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Accelerate Performance Lab podcast. All right, girls, you can laugh. What do you think? My podcast voice, Piper, 1 out of 10. Give me 1 out of 10.
I think it's a 10.
A 10? Lily, what do you think?
I feel like 9.
No, you give it a 9. All right, McKenna.
Definitely a 10.
Marissa, give us the honest
I was also
feedback.
going to say 10.
You got a 10? I could go with
Yeah.
a lower voice. I could talk at this volume, but I don't think that'll work. I like to be right about here, get that nice little voice going. You've got to slow down your sentences sometimes on you speed back up just to make sure the listener is staying tuned in. Piper just can't contain it back there. Her like Wi-Fi is only halfway decent, so it looks like she sometimes shapeshifts to Voldemort or something back there in the middle of her phone. But so, all right, everybody. Hopefully people, if they're listening to this podcast, probably know, I don't know, what do we call you? The Fab Four females? I don't know. What do you guys give me a thumbs up if you like that? You guys can be the Fab Four. Yes. McKenna, maybe you give it a thumbs up. Piper, you gave it a thumbs up. All right. The Fab Four. We should get you guys shirts or something. This was a fun crew. You guys. All right. So I think a lot of people don't know, obviously, that all 4 of you at some point or other have ran 4 Accelerator tested with us, and probably will have some pretty good fun this winter racing or training. Are all of you, Piper, are you going to Nike?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You're going. Lily, you are.
Mhm.
McKenna, you're going to Nike.
Yep.
And Marissa, you're going.
For sure.
Love it. So I'm going to bounce around a little bit. We'll just have a little bit of fun. I've got a few things like we're going to do a little cage match, compare, see which one of you guys thinks you would win and different things. We'll bounce around and have a little fun with it. So, but I'm going to start with 1A with Lily. Lily, you just signed with Texas. That has to be the biggest 1A signing of a female athlete probably in U.S. history or in Iowa history, I mean. So there's probably others, and I hope people chime in and tell us other. But at one point this year, you were the only girl on your team. How many ended up on the team?
We had 3 girls this season.
So you tripled in size from when we talked before the season.
Mhm.
Awesome. Texas, what was your like final 5 before Texas?
It was the 5 schools that I had it down to were Texas, and then Michigan State, Mizzou, Illinois, Nebraska.
Just those bum schools.
Mhm.
Okay, got it. My goodness, kiddo. Did you ever think when you first started running that those would be 5 schools you'd be choosing from for your
No.
college?
No.
What'd you like the most about Texas? What tipped the scales to go down Longhorn State?
I really liked Coach Smith and the team a lot, and then the weather is really nice down there. I think training in the winter is going to be really nice.
Yeah, you've been on your own or treadmills or whatever all winter your whole life. You haven't had training partners or anything. So, yeah, I bet that'll be different. So that's awesome. All right, everybody, the other girls, Marissa, McKenna, Piper, on the count of 3, we have to give either horns up or horns down if we like Lily's decision. So here we go on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Piper's
Hands up.
waiting. Oh no. Okay, Piper, hold on. Was that the DCG? I don't know. Or that's the Northwest, isn't it? Is that like the Northwest? Don't they have like is that what it was? Marissa, you got it. Yeah, there's that. There you go. I guess we'll all live with it, Lily. It's like, the one requirement I have is you've got to buy me, this is true for everybody, you got to buy me some piece of gear and send it so we can put it up in the lab or something. We'll do something fun. I need some Texas. I need some burnt orange now. So, Congrats, kiddo. What do you like outside of training? Most excited thing to get down there? Like, is there somebody athlete you really can't wait to see? Somebody you met on a recruiting visit that's like a roommate, or like you're just like, I have no idea. I just can't wait to try it out.
I feel like I just can't wait to get down there. I think it's gonna be fun and exciting and a lot different from up here.
Yeah, just a little bit. They have more than 3 girls on the team, I think. So, man, so excited for you because I know you know between Piper, how many girls are on your team?
We have like 40-ish.
Marissa, is that about the same?
30 to 40, yeah.
And McKenna, how many on your team?
I think we had around 11 this year.
Yeah, and that's a decent size team for you for Albia, right?
Yeah.
So Lily's like, I haven't had 11 in the whole career. Like all of them added together is about 11 probably, right? So McKenna, all right. So you have some visits coming up. Are you cool to share like where you're at with some of the visits? I had a cool talk with, I know, can I say the one I talked with this week? Just
Yeah.
or do you want me to not? Like Kansas State,
I don't care.
I had a great call with them, so that was kind of cool. But where are you at with some of yours?
Yeah, it's definitely been quite the experience. I've gotten most of my visits this fall, and then I have K-State coming up this weekend.
What any others that you want to share that you visited?
Yeah, I visited St. Thomas, which is in St. Paul, Minnesota, Iowa, Iowa State, and then I have K-State coming up.
Man, that one was kind of cool, wasn't it? K-State, they reached out a little bit kind of on their own, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember you messaged me because you're like, a coach is asking for video. What does that mean? Like of me running or something, right? What did you first think when they Yeah, what did you first think when they asked that?
Well, it's just like video of me running, but I was like, is there anything special to this or
Do I not want them to see certain distances or others? Like, yeah. What are you most excited about for the visit to K-State? What's something they could do that would like wow you a little bit if there's like a thing that you're hoping to see?
gosh, I don't know, just meeting all the people has always just been my favorite part because I think everyone's been amazing.
You guys are too sweet. You guys are too sweet. I'm going to make you not be as sweet when we get halfway through this. We're going to cage match. We're going to get the claws out a little bit. So, okay, we're going to bounce up the next level. This is kind of funny, though, because we're going to go to Marissa's 3A and Piper's 4A, but Albia used to be 1A, right, McKenna? A while back. Or have
Maybe,
they always
I have
been
no
2?
idea.
I don't remember, but they've
I
been
think
pretty
2A
small.
for the majority.
And then Marissa, but then you have DCG, which used to be 3A. We got all these like smaller versions of the same thing. So Lily's team had 3. So, but okay, Marissa, you're going to some random school. I think their colors are like red and white or something. So what's the
Something like that.
but you decided I know, unfortunately for the Pella people, the red and white is not going to be the Central Dutch, although I know you love Coach Dunham, so that's of no, I'm sure you would have loved just it would have been fun to keep him around. I'm sure. I know how much you always are like, you like him and he's always really, really positive to you. But you're going to go south as well. You're probably like Lily, the weather, but where are you headed this fall?
Next fall, I'll be headed to Arkansas.
Yeah, next fall, I guess I should say. We're the next cross season. Arkansas. So, and you loved Coach Burns, but can you tell everybody the funny story of meeting Coach? Each one of you, actually, I think other than Piper met Coach Burns. Maybe I don't remember if McKenna did or not, but
Yeah,
what funny
it was
story?
at their Arkansas indoor meet, and he was actually talking to Lily, I think. It was after our mile, I think
Yep,
was the
after the
first race we
mile.
had. And I just ate crap that race. It was terrible. And but you had told me that he was going to be there and I should meet him. And I'd been on a visit and I'd been talking to a lot of coaches that fall. So I was
Like
kind of
a visit, but not a visit to Arkansas. You'd been on visits.
yeah, I
Yeah.
went to NAU like 2 weekends before. So I was like already kind of far into my recruiting process and like had my list of schools and such. But you really wanted me to talk to him. So I did that, had some calls with him, said I would go on a visit, and then ultimately ended up picking it. So, yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of funny because you were just in the worst mood. And I had to say, what? Do it for who?
He said, just do me this one favor. I was like, whatever, I'm not going to come here. So, yeah.
Just do me a favor. I already told him you would be talking to him, so get your butt over here and talk to him. Lily, you
Yeah.
liked him though too. He was pretty nice, wasn't he? Yeah. When I asked you, did you know when I reached out like a few weeks ago and I was like, where are you at? Was because he'd actually messaged me. We were talking about you again too. And he's like, oh, that girl is still so super good. He's like, I know I could cut. I've got this freshman that's coming in from, I think it was called like Pella, that he said he could cut her and choose you instead, was what he said. So, and I was like, I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, so that, so we've got SEC, a little bit of SEC like beef now. So we got what's Arkansas? So we have Hook 'em Horns. But what's Arkansas's thing? What is it? So how is that?
Like
Does it cross over?
Yeah,
Is it an A or is there more to it? Like
it's an A.
it's just an A. There's no like
Yeah.
Razorback hidden in there anywhere. So okay, on the
No.
count of 3, we've got to give her like either, I guess
Woo
it'd be
Pig
like
Suey.
Woo Pig. Okay, either Woo Pig Suey or Boo Pig Suey. Piper, what do you think?
Woo Pig Suey.
Lily, it's gonna be your competition.
I think Woo Pig.
All right, fine.
Woo Pig.
Definitely Woo Pig.
Definitely Woo Pig. Get ready, Marissa, because if you guys win a title, what do you have to do? Well,
Don't
you
worry,
got-
we've done plenty of that. We went to a couple football games and
there you go.
nonstop.
You got to call the Hogs. You got to call the
Yeah.
Hogs. It's its own thing. So, all right. So we got all that. Meanwhile, there's Piper over there who's like, I think I heard from like, Lake of the Ozarks College, but Piper, you've got an extra year, so you're just waiting to see how this all goes for them before you decide. But anybody reach out since state? I know people saw your performance because they've all been bugging me, or whatever. So
Yeah, I've had a few different schools reach out. I have a busy week of calls.
bet. What advice do you want from these girls? Like, if you could get each of them to give you something, like what would you want to know? Like what you should ask or something like that, or what?
That's a hard question. Honestly, just like what they thought the most important part was when deciding where they wanted to go.
What would you say to that, Lily?
I think it was kind of just like a feeling. Like for me, I got to Austin and it just kind of like felt right being with the coaches and with the team and the atmosphere down there.
What about you, McKenna?
Yeah, just getting to know everyone and seeing if you can see yourself like fit in there.
Mm-hmm. All right, Marissa, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree with Lily about the feeling. Like now that I've chosen it, I don't see a better fit. But also the biggest thing for me was my recruiting class. Like they're literally gonna become your family, like you're gonna be living with them. So you have to really like those girls, and that's probably the biggest thing for me was I really liked my recruiting class, as well as the coach, obviously. But yeah.
And it is in this new age, if you go to the school at the quality you probably will be looking at, Piper, they're only recruiting 7 or 8, right? Like it's they will tell you, well, we're also recruiting these 4 or 5, like, so you can kind of get to know them a little bit, try to find a recruiting date that lines up. And, because like Marissa, you really like, is it Ryan?
Yeah, Ryan, Gabby, and Braylon.
Yeah, Ryan, Gabby, and Braylon that you've met. So that helps a lot. You already know Peyton and you like Olivia, and obviously, and you met Bradley down there and like that whole crew. So like, that's obviously a great start to know them. But Piper, what do you think? If you could wave a magic wand and have one coach reach out to you though, who would it be? Is there a school that we can try to help connect some dots? Is there one that's like, man, I just really wish they would?
There's not one that's like top of my list that hasn't reached out. I feel like it's just whoever I talk to, and I feel like whoever fits, like they said.
Yeah. All right. Well, I've got to get a new flag on the wall though. So I've got to find a school that we don't have anybody at yet. Right. So that's what I got to do. It's all about the flags on the wall. Right. So, all right. So people probably don't all know this, although they probably are figuring it out now, but all 4 of you have done Accelerate. And obviously I'm very proud of that. Right. And we could dance around it a million times, right? People have different thoughts we got 4 different schools represented here and like what running in high school should be like, or whether or not you should. But I think each of you would say like the experience is extremely different for each of you of what you need or do. So like if we bounce around the group a little bit, Lily, what would you say is like without it? What would your running journey be like?
I think that it really, really helped me over the winter. 'Cause like my my freshman year, I didn't really do a ton of running during the winter because I was playing basketball. And then my sophomore year, I didn't anymore and just kind of tried to do some running on my own, but I didn't really know what to do. And so then last year, when we came in and tested, and then started doing it, I thought it really, really helped my spring season. Like I could see big improvements, and it was just really nice having something like structured throughout the winter that like was specifically designed for me based off like numbers that we'd gotten in the lab. And yeah, I thought it was really nice.
Were you able to tell pretty quick that the numbers actually kind of matched up with what you thought? Like, I think that's always something that is hard for people is like, oh, isn't it just a plan, right? They're like, well, he gives these workouts, but you're like, what did you see when you came in that was like, you knew you were coming, you didn't really know what to expect, but like you said, you got workouts, but what made you that confidence level that it was like, oh yeah, they are for me?
I think it was just um like looking at like the pacing and everything on the workouts, like it I knew it matched up with what we'd done in the lab. And then we were just like, it's matching up when you go back in and get retested. Like, cause I went back like right before the spring season and got tested again, and everything was like improving, or nothing had gotten worse or anything. So you could tell that it was helping.
Gives you a lot of confidence then, right?
hmm
Like, I'd say this, and maybe you guys would say thumbs up or thumbs down to this, and then you probably yeses or whatever too. But and I know, look, anybody that's listening, it's like, yeah, I mean, we're on the podcast, you're not going to say no. But I've said it before that I think being in Accelerate, even without the like performance aspect, but just knowing the data is worth like a second a lap in a race. Like just the confidence you take. I'm seeing some nods, right? Like you're like, oh, I can run that time. If Ben says I can run this time, I can run that time. Does that mean you've always run those times? No, but you guys you're willing to take more chances, right? You know what I mean? Like you take more chances because like, hey, that's in there. Um, Lily, what's your favorite one memory of like a kid and like a thing you've gotten to join I remember the first time you came, one of my favorites is Northwest, like one of the first meets, and it was like, this is Lily Denton, and it's like, and meet Noelle Steinis and meet, and it was like, you guys, everyone is so scared of you, and you guys are like, we're just here to run. I don't know. Like, what's one of your memories of sort of like trying to like figure out the Accelerate, like, oh, there's other athletes and I actually have to meet some of them and like figure this out?
Yeah, I just remember like going to the first meet that I ran in and thinking it was just like weird having every like, because they were all high level athletes that like you hear about across the state, and since like down in Southwest Iowa, I don't really see any of them that often. So it was like weird seeing everybody in one spot.
Yeah, all wearing the same uniform,
hmm
or else they didn't order the nice one type thing. So, like, the random one that you had, I think, Lily, did you have the red
hmm
and white? Just
Yeah.
the random one? Yeah, right. So, and then you don't know what to expect, and you guys line up, and I think I just walked over and said, Lily, don't go out too fast this time on the first one. I think, didn't I? I made you go out behind Alyssa, maybe? If it was Alyssa who led, and then I was like, then you can go be Lily, and then I let you be Lily in the mile, right? So, but that was like the first time I'd ever talked to you at a race.
hmm
I think McKenna the same with you, right? I was like, just get in line. All right, McKenna, you kind of got, yeah, you were a stud. You came in, you'd been second in cross, obviously been third in cross. Like you had all these accolades before. What led you to coming in?
Yeah, I mean, I had a really good like coaches to help me out when I first started running my freshman year, and like I just think throughout the 4 years I kept adding resources, and like I knew you guys like had like all the labs and all like the numbers and science behind it. So I just went and got tested, and I really liked how that went, and it's been a huge help starting with Accelerate.
Okay, so you say it was a huge help starting. How awful were the first like 4 months?
Oh, it was tough.
Yeah, share with people. Like, I think sometimes people think like it's Accelerate the magic or something, right? A little pixie dust, and it's like you'll run. Like some kids come in, I think their parents or families think they'll give it a month or two, right? And you're like, oh, but you have no idea the things that will go wrong along the way. But like, how did that kind of go? Why? But then like, what do you think led to also like maybe where the resources come in that then can maybe answer some questions that you'd always had?
Like my iron?
Yeah, because like, yeah, that's the big like that's the yeah, the thing, right?
Yeah, I had some bumps in the road and like you helped me figure that out. And then like when we got tested, you like pointed some things out. And I mean, some of it went over my head, but some of it was like connecting the dots, like, oh, this is why this feels that way, or this is why I die out in the middle of the race or whatnot.
And how does that help you? Why don't you share? Like, I know it helps in like our confidence. McKenna, people ask me what I tell you guys before races, like strategy and things like that. I always laugh because I'm like, I don't know if I talked to any of you about strategy before, or if even Lily, I think I said good luck, to you before your race or something, maybe texted. But McKenna, I had the longest call with you, and I don't think we talked strategy at all, did we? What did we talk about?
No, it was mainly just a big confidence boost about all the training we put in. And I mean, you're just going to go out there and run your race.
Marissa, you kind of had a very roundabout, different ways of sort of like getting to accelerate through other athletes and whatever. But I've known you now for about 2.5 years. Like, what's your take on what it's been like for you?
Yeah, so I first tested track after track my freshman year. I was like good by no reason freshman year other than I don't know, I was just good from running. I didn't really do anything special, but I finished like second in the 1500 at state, and my parents were like, I guess we'll let you go test because I had friends that did accelerate. And then I trained through like sophomore year through the summer, but it was like there's like tiers to the training, it was just like I got like the basic training plan and like never really came up, and then kind of did that through sophomore year. And then before junior year, we decided to step it up a little bit and had more of like a detailed training plan, but I didn't really come up. I think I came up once a week and trained in the lab, which was new. And then I had a really good junior year, obviously. And then kind of through the winters when we started like kind of stepping into more of a relationship and like working through it was going not wrong, but just like how to work through my current situation. So yeah.
Yeah. So what would you say, like because we get that a lot or other athletes hear it, right? I think, because for you guys, I think you feel like, man, I wish other people would think of it differently than they think of it sometimes, right? The people that love it, great, that's fine. That's who we're here for, right? But when you hear somebody that maybe is like interested, but they have just a really like strange view, one of it is like, what if you go and you get hurt or you go in this? It's gonna happen, isn't it? Sometimes, right? But like Marissa, obviously, like you had the phenomenal junior year. You're with us a little bit. You're with your team. You'd always been doing that. That's all great. Like the honest question would be like, why stay if you're like, aren't you just slower and right now and not as good? And why? Like, what would you possibly, how is this helping you? Like, that's probably a fair question, right? Like, that's a question anybody should answer. Like, maybe share what that had, like, why you look at this as maybe different than just your performance outcome.
From the outside, it may seem that I'm not as strong or as fast as I was last year, but kind of had to do some and I knew this all last season, but I had to do some reevaluating about the position I was in after last season. Kind of, and this is a rabbit hole I can go way down, but that's probably not the time and place for now. But the
But just that
distance running
overview. Yeah. Yeah. The
distance
overview of
running
the
scene
distance
has
for girls.
taken a turn, and I feel like what we normalize as healthy now is so not healthy, and it wasn't where I intentionally went last year, it's just what happened, and kinda that's the card I was dealt with. But I think the hardest part of coming back from that is you're gonna be slower for a little bit, and that's kinda what happened with track, and that was really hard for me to kinda work through, and, I still came out on top. I'm not gonna say I ran slow during track, but it wasn't anywhere where, like, I had dreamed that fall. So then kind of working back, yeah, I'm not running as fast as times I did last year, but my relationship with you and with, like, my other teammates, at Accelerate is kind of it's more of a place of comfort where, like, we're getting better every week, and I can see that through when I come to the lab and compare workout to workout and can just see, like, through my mental shifts or in physical shifts, like, that I am getting stronger each week to week and working back to where I know I can be.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this out there for people too. Like on social media, if you're interested in Marissa maybe doing a longer form podcast on some of the things you've felt, because you've heard it all year, is like, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? And you're like, that question actually was probably the one for last year. We just didn't know it yet, right? What do you think,
Yeah.
Piper? What's your
Definitely.
take on, yeah, talk a little bit about that. You've had a lot of journey. Everybody knows you as the little, like, 60-pound freshman that was the pocket piper. Can we call you that? Like pocket piper? I don't know. Like that's we'll come up with something like pint-sized piper. But like you're not anymore. You're pretty chiseled, and you've always been that. But like your journey, yeah, you're a champ. I've known you since like 7th grade. And like,
Yep.
what would you share in that regard around like how you have amazing staff and coaches in school, and like what though you've always been like, no, I still care about Ben, and when I can, speaking, positively around this other resource we have. Like, what do you think about that, and how has that kind of shaped you a little bit?
Yeah, so I've been working with you and Accelerate since like the beginning of 7th grade. And so it's been a long time. And just like the thing I've come back to, even when like other people around me haven't thought so positively about it, is like you've seen so much success with other people, and it's also just based around science, which I mean you can't argue with that. And then it's also had so much success for me. Like I was good in middle school, but it was something that just helped me get to that next level, and it's just something that has worked for me, and why would I not utilize that?
All right, enough talking about what it's good. There's a lot of funny things you guys have about me, I'm sure. So when you hear probably things that it's like super serious or the workout or whatever, you guys probably laugh. So what do you think, Piper?
Okay, so like one that you have actually done is you just like dressing up and making TikToks. Like it's just hilarious. And that is just a whole different side to you, and that is just awesome. But then like one that like people say is that you just like run people into the ground, which just isn't true at all. It's really up to like the athlete, and you just work with whoever it is, however that may be.
All right, Lily, come on. I know you don't get to see me as much or whatever, but I know you've got something that maybe you'd be like, it's okay. You got to let me have it here, because I picked on you earlier when you first came, and I was like, oh my gosh, Lily, smile and say hi to these other girls. I promise you can stand 5 feet away from mom and dad. You'll be fine. Now make fun of me. Like, what's one thing you've heard you're like that? There's no, like, you guys have no clue. That's ridiculous. And one that's like, oh guys, you have to hear this about Ben.
I feel like there's not a lot that I know since I'm not up there all the time, but I just remember like walking into it and thinking that like it was gonna be like so serious just because like I knew like the results and everything were good. So I was like, this is gonna probably be like the most serious thing I've ever walked into. And then it was like probably the most laid back thing ever. Yeah, just like it was so laid back and chill, and everybody was like having fun, and you're making jokes, and it was just like it wasn't at all what I expected it to be.
Did you feel that helped you feel like it could be something for you?
Yeah, I feel like it did just because like it made me more comfortable like going in and doing the meets during the winter and everything just because I didn't know the girls as well, and knowing that it was going to be a more like laid back environment made it easier.
Because here's what I know, and you guys know this, but I know you're going to run as hard as you can. So what am I going to say? Right? Like, I don't need to like drive you guys to performances that you guys have already pushed yourselves to the limits to do. Right? I always try to say, just open up some doors. All right, make fun of me, Lily. What's something you're like, oh my gosh, this dude, like there's no way. Like, you guys got to know.
I feel like Piper said the TikToks. I've seen a couple of them, and I didn't know that you did that. I was
The
very
time when
shocked when I first
the
saw
time
them.
that
I
when
was
they made
like,
me when I had to wear the jeans like up to here or something, I think
mhm.
I lost a bet. And yeah, there's always something. Hey, you got to remember, I taught middle school and was a music teacher for a long time. So the middle school side of me, or whatever, you got to have that. Like, this sport is silly. We're running in circles. Like, when the aliens come down, they're going to be like, they've lost, like, this is some advanced race. They literally are they're like a top. These people are the smartest ones. You guys are which ones in here are like at least like are at a 4.0 or higher? Are all four of you? 40, 40, 40. Yeah, right? The aliens are going to come down and be like, who's the smart ones? They'll be like, those girls over there, and you're running around in a circle, right? Like, how serious can we take this, for crying out loud? Yeah, take a chill pill. We take our work seriously, but man, there's like, gotta have some fun doing it. All right. So it sounds like I gotta do more TikToks though, then. It sounds like we gotta get, this is bad news for me, because it sounds like at meets or something, you guys might be making me have to put on my dancing shoes again. All right, McKenna, what's up?
Yeah, I have to agree with Lily. I mean, I don't have a lot of in-person interaction with you guys, but, like, when I first came to Northwest Missouri State meet, like, it was just, like, so nerve-wracking, and then it was just, like, so relaxed, and you guys were so silly, and especially Ben, like, he's a goofball, and you wouldn't expect it, so
Is it because when you don't expect, is it because of the business being what it is, or is there also, like, I don't always know the outside conversation. Like, I get bits and pieces, and you get the polar extremes, so it's not that much. Like, those are the extremes, right? But like, what would make you think that it was going to be that serious? Was it like Lily, like the results, or had you heard like, oh no, this guy's going to make you work?
No, yeah, just because there's, like, fast runners, so it's gonna be, like, all business, but I also think there can be a bad stigma around it, like, he's gonna overwork you or, like, stuff like that, but that's not the case at all.
Lily, what were you gonna say?
I think it was just like seeing the results. Like, I thought it was gonna be this super serious thing, and it really wasn't all that bad.
Yeah, life's not worth chasing these huge goals if it's going to be that nerve wracking, right? All right, here we go. So I could talk to you guys forever, like, have fun. We're gonna have some awesome meets this winter. We're gonna go for some crazy times, do some, and obviously having 4 state champs out of 4 classes is gonna make it a lot of fun to watch you guys go toe to toe at these meets when you guys get after it. It'll be a lot of fun, even this weekend. But all right, we're gonna go cage match style. Um, I'm gonna pick a person, and then each person or 2 people, and then the rest of you have to decide. You 2 get to say who you think, and then the other 2 will be the tiebreakers around who would do it. So, okay, Piper versus Lily, first to eat 5 hot dogs. Piper, do you think it'd be you or Lily?
I feel like I could win that. I think I got it.
Lily, what do you think?
I think Piper's got us. I don't like hot dogs.
No hot dogs?
No.
Okay, okay, McKenna, would you beat Piper?
Probably not.
You're going with no? Marissa, what do you think? Would you beat Piper, or
Yeah,
does she get to be
no,
the
I don't
5
like
hot
hot dogs, so she can have the 5 hot dogs.
Okay, so Lily, what would you out-eat Piper in then? So Piper's the hot dog. She's the 5 hot dogs. What would you be like, come on, like, this is what no one will ever out-eat me in? Come on, Lily, this is terrible radio.
Maybe
You gotta
like
talk.
pizza or something.
What type of pizza? Like deep dish, thin crust, meat, cheese?
Just like a good like Casey's pizza.
Okay, who could beat Lily and Casey's Pizza? Anybody like, yes, I'm the Casey's Pizza champ? No, Piper says no. She's hot dogs. McKenna, would you do Casey's Pizza?
No, that's the only pizza we have in Albia, so I'm tired of that.
You're tired of that? Marissa, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan either.
Okay, so it's pizza for Lily, it's hot dogs for Piper. McKenna, what are you like? There's 0 chance. Like, I would bet my entire life that I would out-eat everybody in this.
Can I go Domino's Pizza?
Domino? Why Domino's Pizza? Just because it's
'Cause they're
different than the Casey's?
Yeah, their thin crust is so good.
Their thin crust is so good. What's your flavor?
Flavor?
Like on the pizza, I guess. Sorry, toppings.
Pepperoni.
My bad. Why did I say flavor? That's like, what are your toppings? Pepperoni. What flavor
Yeah.
of pizza? What kind of weird question? I need my own moderator. This is not worth it. Marissa, did you guys vote today, by the way? Who's 18?
I'm 17.
17. McKenna, can you vote?
No.
No. Lily? Lily's like, I don't.
I think yeah, I should be able to 'cause I'm 18, but I didn't.
Didn't. It's a weird election. Like, this is kind of one of those weird midterms. Piper, you're like 13 and a half, so we're good. Okay. All right, Marissa, what would you? Oh, okay. So anybody else even trying to take on McKenna with Domino's Pizza?
No,
I'm not gonna try. Marissa, what would you say?
I'll take Hawaiian bagels.
What now? I feel like you said Hawaiian bagels, but that can't possibly be what you said.
Nope, they're a thing.
Raise your
heavy.
hand if you're not sure what Hawaiian bagels are. Was it just me? Okay, you gotta
It's
explain
like
this
the
better.
like
Hawaiian
the
bread,
Hawaiian roll.
like King's Hawaiian roll.
But
Okay,
it's in a bagel. Like it's a bagel that's flavored, so they're like sweeter.
King's Hawaiian bagel. So like a sweet bagel. Do you put anything on it?
Peanut butter and honey. Or
And
you can eat it with anything.
you could out eat everybody with the King's Hawaiian bagel.
I think I've eaten one day, I think I ate 3 or 4 of them. It was like Drake. It's like the only thing I eat when I race. Because like I'm just always eating them. It was like it was Drake's sophomore year, and it kept getting delayed. So we were just eating bagels because we had
that
no
1500.
idea. Yeah, the 1500, and I ran like 4:31 or something, 4:30. So like obviously they work.
Who was all in that race? Were each of you in that race?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. King's Hawaiian bagels. There's the first one for King's Hawaiian bagels. So, all right, let's pick on a few Accelerate people that aren't here though. All right, Piper, like if you go into Accelerate, who's the person that you're like, oh my gosh, no way they're here today. Like this is ridiculous. Who's just in there all the time that you're like, this is so silly. Like they must live here type thing.
Well, I remember like 3 years ago, Caleb was hanging out with you all day when I came into test, so I'd probably say him.
But Caleb was just there. Yeah, he was just there.
Oh, you're
Lily, you're not in there a lot, so I don't know. Would you even have a thought?
No.
McKenna, would you have a thought?
Well, she's probably not there anymore, but like when I would always come to test, it was Claire.
Marissa, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, when I was up there over the winter and spring, I was like, how is Claire still here? She would have like her lunch, her dinner, and I'm like, you don't live here. She loved that lab so much. She would have
I
like a
know.
blanket on the treadmill. And I don't know.
I know. What it's Claire grows on you like a long growing mole, I guess, but
Every time she wasn't there, I was like, where's Claire?
but if you've
She
ever
should be
gotten
here.
if you've ever gotten a note from her, isn't she just like the most encouraging human?
She's
Right?
got a big heart.
Yeah, she's totally psycho. Like we can all agree, like she's totally psycho, but she's our psycho, right? She's our psycho. So I hope she's having fun at Nebraska. But yeah, she came back the first week too. The first weekend we were in there for class. I was like, dear Lord, go enjoy Lincoln. We'll all be fine. But Piper's just over there laughing because she's like, oh no, she knows she's gonna be in there more. But it's like when winter hits, you guys know who's gonna be wandering in there over break. So, okay. All right, I gotta like legit. Who would win in a straight? I'm gonna pick a weird distance for you guys. A straight 1200, like 3 laps. Who's fourth? Like better idea. We're doing a dropout race, an elimination race. Better idea. That's where at each lap, whoever's last is out. Okay, whoever's last is out.
I'm last first.
Marissa just does anybody not agree with that Marissa would be? Is anybody choosing? I think I might even make it through the first 400 before Marissa. It's possible that I could. Hey, I ran 15 miles an hour for 10 seconds on the treadmill. Okay, so all right, so everyone close their. So Marissa's out first. We know this. So okay, so now we've got 3 spots left. We're going to hold up. Everybody close your eyes. Piper's number 1, Lily's 2, and McKenna's 3. Close your eyes, close your eyes, close your eyes. I won't say who votes for who, but go ahead and hold up the finger of who's out next. And you can knock yourself out, or you can be like, McKenna, I can't see your fingers. Turn your fingers. Is that okay? Oh my gosh. So McKenna, you were unanimously chosen, even after I just said that no one would pick who it was. McKenna, you're out. Sorry, no good. So it was too obvious though, McKenna. You chose yourself too. So
yes.
Fair enough. Okay, so now we're down to Piper and Lily. Piper and Lily, we're on a 3rd lap. So 800 meters are in the bag. You guys have dropped Marissa, dropped McKenna, and now there's just 1 lap to go. Which one of you is going to win this and why? And then I'm going to ask McKenna. Well, first let's ask Marissa, why, who will win it and why?
This is a hard choice because I have personally experienced this with Piper, but Lily has insane 400 speed, so I don't know. I don't know if I can pick.
Pick one. Cage Matt, bring the claws out. Then they'll hate you forever, but you just got to do it.
I have to go with Lily. I feel like she's got just like insane 400 speed.
McKenna, what do you think? You got to pick. You
Wait,
have to
I
pick.
have to agree. I mean, you guys are both insanely fast, but I feel like Lily's got like 4 and 800 speed for sure.
Okay, Lily, before you get to answer, Piper, are you going to, is this true?
Yes, Lily has got better foot speed than I do.
All right, Lily, would you be like, yeah, I know I got this one in the bag?
I mean, I was gonna say, like, Piper, you have good third lap speed. Like, I remember the 1500 at Drake. Like, you there at the third lap. I remember you being there. It's like, I would have said
But
you.
But no, come on. If you had to put $100 down and if you won it, you get 1,000 back, would you pick yourself?
Maybe. I feel like running the 800 helps.
That helped a little. Yeah, exactly. It helps a little bit. So, okay, Marissa, how far would you have to run before you beat the other three?
5K.
Is 5K the shortest it would have to be before you'd feel good about where you'd win?
I can do maybe 2 mile would be close, but I get better as the distance gets
Okay, who thinks that
farther.
you would take her on? We'll go down to 2 mile. Anybody able to take her on at 2 mile that you feel like, no, I'm not taking that from her? You can be honest. Hannah's like, nah, I don't think I get her still at 2. Lily, could you
Nope.
get her at 3,000? Do you think? I know you did once in the spring, and she's gotten you
I feel like
sometimes.
it might be close, but I feel like she'd still have me at the end.
The 3K right now, like her fitness has gotten good
Yeah.
enough now. Piper, what do you think?
I think she could get me. Like in track, we were really back and forth, but I think she's got me now.
Okay, so then what distance, Piper, would you be like, there's no way Marissa gets me anything shorter than?
Anything shorter than a mile, I don't think she's got me.
McKenna,
I
what
would
do you
agree.
think?
I think she's got me no matter what.
600?
Yeah,
Maybe.
I mean, put up in a 100, she probably got me. I don't know.
McKenna's over here like, oh my gosh, I'm like these three. Lily, what's the distance that you go? There's no way. There's just no way.
I feel like either the 15 or maybe the 8.
You're still a little nervous even at 15.
Yeah.
Piper, when are you like, I don't want to race Lily then? When are you like, don't put me below this distance and I'm gonna be like, no, I'm out. This is not good for me.
800 and a 400 definitely. 1500 is like very iffy.
Very iffy. How would you race it? How would you race it to beat Lily in a 15? What would you do?
I run behind her the whole time and then take off that last lap.
Marissa,
I
what
feel
would you
like
try
that's
to
the
do?
only way I got her.
It's the only way. Marissa, what would you try to do?
See, I have to do the opposite thing. I'd have to try and get enough of a lead because I ain't gonna outkick anyone in any race.
You're just gonna have to go from the gun, right? McKenna, what are
Yep.
you gonna try to do? Drop the people's elbow on them, like
The same
how
thing as
far you
Marissa, and then maybe like pray the entire time. I don't know.
set up some roadblocks, have some teammates out there
Like
falling
some
down in
hurdles
front
for
of them.
her. I don't know. Yeah.
Some hurdles. Don't worry, Marissa's out at anything shorter than 2. Lily, okay, you and Piper are going at it though. She said she's gonna sit on you. What are you gonna do about that? Are you gonna like sit and wait then and like duke it out in a sprint, or are you just gonna be like, all right, if you sit on me, I'm sending it?
I think just like wait until that last lap and then just kick the last lap and then maybe try to pick it back up at the last 200.
Are you more likely to push the pace hard early, Lily, if you know that means you'll win it? Or is it a tactic you like to use if it's you think it might be close, right? Because people know you for just taking it out really hard. Is that a tactic you do when you're like, well, yeah, just because as long as I know I'll win by a lot, I just do that because then it just kind of eliminates dumb crap from happening? Or is there some more to it?
Yeah, I think I just kind of get out fast just to make sure like here at home, I like to just make sure I'm out and away from everybody, and then I can just focus on the rest of the race. And yeah.
Yeah. All right, we're coming up on an hour, and I don't want to go past that because I know you guys, being 4.0 students, you got a bunch to do. Piper, what would be one, like if you could just have one magical moment for yourself and then one thing you would tell each of these girls that you know about them that they could accomplish? Like, let's end on a upbeat kind of thing, like that you were like, girl, I wish you'd believe this about yourself because this is what I see. What's one that you hope you accomplish, and then what's something you'd tell for each of the other 3 girls?
Just something I hope I accomplish, I guess, defending that title in the 3K at state track. And then just for all of them, I think we all can win the 3K at state track. So I say we go for it.
What do you see in Lily that you always hope she sees in herself?
I feel like Lily said, like, she feels like she has to get out to get away from anyone. I feel like however she races a race, I think she can beat anyone.
How about McKenna?
McKenna, I feel like you just don't have a lot of confidence in yourself, and you definitely should. Like, you could win that state title and cross easily, and we all can see that, and you should believe it too.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's Piper. That was awesome. What do you think about Marissa?
Marissa, just a very fierce competitor, and she can literally win a race no matter how she runs it. So, yeah.
Okay, Piper, you're awesome, kiddo. Lily, what do you think? What's a goal you hope you accomplish? And then you know the drill now. Bounce around the group.
I think a goal that I hope to accomplish is dipping under 4:30 in the 15 this season. And then for everyone else, I'd say like McKenna again. I think like just having tons of confidence because I feel like what you did at the state cross meet was incredible and showed a lot of people like what you're capable of. And I think it also proved to yourself what you can be capable of. So yeah. And then Piper, I feel like you're an amazing competitor, and yeah, you can see that out on the track and on the cross course, and just keep that because it's a really good quality to have. And then again, Marissa, I think you're also like you're really, really competitive, and it shows. And I think that's a great quality to have, and just stay confident out on the track. And yeah.
All right, McKenna, what do you think, kiddo?
A goal I have for myself this upcoming track season is probably what Piper said. I'm hoping I can go in that 3K and drop my times in track because that will definitely boost my confidence. But for you 3, I would just say like knowing like when you're out there running, you guys are superstars because like when everyone looks at you, that's what they're thinking for sure. So like just remembering that because people are definitely looking up to all 3 of you guys.
Anything specific you see? Like, what's the first thing you think of when you hear Piper Messerly?
Fast, super fast. I mean, I don't get to see you guys race a lot, but like just like interacting with you guys whenever I do, it's just like awesome and you guys are incredible.
Lily's things. It did something weird with yours, Lily, but don't worry about it. It's all good. Hers dropped out. Okay. All right, Marissa, go for it.
Well, I'm not quite ready to move on to track yet. I know I'm not a big track fan, so cross is going to take precedent for a couple more weeks yet. So the next goal is to qualify for NXN, both individually and with my team. So this weekend should be pretty fun. But for the other girls,
Lily's
I
back.
guess
She had to come here or compliment, but we'll wait a second. Go with Piper first.
okay. I'll
She's
start with
back.
Piper.
Hi, Lily.
Yeah, Piper is a very skilled racer. I feel like not many people can win a race like she did in the 4A race, and that was really fun to watch, especially I wasn't there, but I was watching the splits, and that was really impressive to watch, and not a lot of people can break people as easily as she did. McKenna, I got to watch her state qualifying meet in person and just moving from spot to spot. People were like, oh my gosh, that girl looks so strong, and like she was all out there by herself. So just remember that as we move into like you're stronger than you think. And I definitely think believing in yourself is a big factor in running. And then Lily is just really fast. Yeah, I feel like I don't know if I've ever met anyone that looks as calm and poised during a race as Lily does, and just like it could be the middle of a 1500 and you look like you're just out there for a jog, like not even trying. So just kind of, yeah, that's one of the things I admire about all you the most.
Well, you guys know me, as goofy as I am though too, like I think one of the things that's underestimated in something like what we do is you guys know with the work you put in how much I believe in you, and I think that's and each one how much you guys believe in each other, right? Like you line up and you go to a race like at Drake and you see each other now, you're like, we can go really fast, right? Like we can go really, really, really fast. And I would say the nerves are probably a lot less when you guys see each other in a race together, because you're just like, yeah, this is just what we do. This is what fast people do. And, but guys, like, seriously, I'm so proud of all of you, and I know you guys have had amazing seasons. 19 in a row for girls that have done Accelerate at some point in their career, and that's like, I told Piper, I was like, hey, I put that Instagram post out the night before, and I knew she was like, uh-oh. Like, nah, you were like, uh-oh. You were looked at me 800 in, and you're like, yeah, don't worry, I got it. When did I yell at you, it's over, Piper? Right at 2 miles?
My dad was talking about this. I think it was when I just took off from the rest of the pack and you started screaming at the both of us.
Yeah, I was like, Ben, it's over. She's got it. You took like 3 fast steps, and I just was like, it's over. It's done. I was just stoked for you because you had a long year. Not a lot went in your favor, and so long year. But you guys are awesome. I kept you a lot tonight. I'm gonna edit and tidy it up a little bit and stuff because not everybody needs to listen to me blab. And I don't know, there might be a story or two in there that I might not want the whole world to know about. So we'll
Yeah, you
find
can
out.
cut my story out. I don't
Marissa,
care.
give us a secondary story in case I chicken out on that other story. That might just be an Accelerate internal story.
To just say, whenever Ben says I'll be there at 5, the workout's not starting till 6 p.m. So
How many of you know that to be true? Is that a Lily's like, I don't know, I'm not close enough to that. But yeah, everybody knows that a 5 o'clock workout means 6 o'clock. Well, ladies, you're the best. I can't wait to see you out there in South Dakota. Wear your earmuffs and everything, because it sounds like it might end up being a little bit chilly. But and Lily, she's like, I can't get to Texas soon enough after running at Nike. And then we're gonna run fast this winter, ladies. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait to line you guys up and watch you guys. It's like wind up the Troys and let you guys go do your thing in a circle, right? And so you guys do it crazy fast. You're the best. You make this a ton of fun. And I'll leave it there. I'm going to do my close so you guys can all laugh a little bit while I do the close. How about that? I'll do it. You guys can hear it in real time, and then I'll end it. I won't even say bye after that, because otherwise, you know me, I'll never shut up. So here we go. I'm going to do podcast, clear out the podcast voice and be like, all right, everybody, thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Accelerate Performance Lab podcast. I see all you faces on there smiling. You're all chuckling. Everybody that's listening, I don't know if you're glad it's back. I don't know if you hope I never do another one, but I thought the Fab Four females was the best thing. Ooh, I added females. That was perfect. The Fab Four females. What a great idea. We got 4 more state champions that I have the fortune to see the Fab Four females. This is just getting longer the more I talk about it. You guys are the best. Listeners, you're awesome. And we will be back with another episode. You know how it goes with the Accelerate podcast. It might be a year. So hopefully you liked it. We'll talk soon. Bye, everybody.